We're back. This is the KLX 400 SR. I'm going to show you as best I can because it's kind of crowded in here. Everything that's wrong with it that I'm aware of. The seat, of course, needs to be replaced or reupholstered. The pannier, these are detachable panniers, and I just have it detached so I had a little more room in the trailer. The ignition switch or the starter button over here, one of these two needs to be cleaned up or replaced. I'm not sure which. The key for the fuel tank needs to be rekeyed, or it needs to be freed up. I put the key in there and tried to turn it, and it feels like that it's kind of gotten stuck closed, so I didn't want to force it to open it up. I would imagine that the tank does need to be cleaned out. I detached the full-time power supply to the headlight because on these bikes, the headlight is on all the time. And if you forget to turn off your key, it will kill your battery, and you'll have to either find another AGM battery or a charger just for those AGM batteries. So in order to prevent myself from killing my battery, I detached it, and there's a little wire right there on the handlebar. I don't know if you can see it, but all you do is you just hook the wire over another piece of wire, and it turns the headlight on. To my knowledge, everything else on the handlebars work. The computer works. The horn works. As you can see, there's one of the turning signals just needs to be reattached. I installed two wires. I don't know if you can see these right here. These two wires, they go to the battery, and this is so that when you park the bike, you can put it on a battery maintainer. And I just did that for convenience because I used to use this for work, and I needed to make sure that my battery and everything was always good. So I just would pull it up into the trailer, hook it up to the maintainer, and this just made it easy for me to do that quickly. The tires, let's see. As you can see, this needs to be replaced. There's a little bracket that goes on this that needs to be replaced. It obviously fell off. This guy needs to be replaced. The tire, see, it needs to be replaced. Both this sprocket and the front sprocket and the chain need to be replaced. And there is I don't know if you can see it, but the nut for the axle on the back wheel, that needs to be replaced. It's like a $2 item. The panniers and the rack, I added this rack, I added the panniers, I added the hand savers, and believe me, they do save your hands. I added all that stuff after I bought the bike. Down here, this is the water reservoir. It's about a $35, if I recall correctly. It's a $35 piece. I listed it in the inspection. I took the cover over the front sprocket off and left it off so that when I was using the bike frequently, all I had to do was just, squirt some lube directly onto the sprocket, and I just found that to be a lot more convenient, for maintaining it regularly. I recently replaced, I can't see it, it's up under here, it's up under this this cover right here, the voltage regulator. I replaced that recently, the last time that I was using it. The bike has been in storage for, I would say, probably 2 to 3 years. Let me see if I can get down here to the front tire. The front tire seems to have some life left on it. Certainly, I would recommend that, everybody riding a motorcycle has some fresh new tires. As you can see, this is a water-cooled bike. It has an electric fan right here. So if ever you're running in traffic and it's really hot, this fan will kick on and will help cool the bike. I've never had this bike overheat, and I've done a lot of riding in traffic in Texas and New Mexico and Arizona. It's always performed really well. This bike is the only bike I know of that was jointly built by Kawasaki and Suzuki. All of the parts on this bike are interchangeable with the Suzuki DRZ 400 series. So it's pretty easy to find parts for, and the parts are fairly inexpensive. Let's see. I'll give you a shot of the front of the bike when I come around, but I'm going to go ahead and finish the inspection in the garage here. As you can see, you know, there's like minor little pieces of trim that need to be reattached. Let's see. This is a full-size kitchen refrigerator, and it works, and it comes with the trailer. This bicycle right here is a vintage Redline RL22 BMX bike from 1983, and it has resale value. That frame and fork set is probably worth about $500 to $600. I've ridden BMX and collected BMX, you know, all my life, and yep, I'm throwing that one in to kind of sweeten the deal up. It is a collector's item. If you get on some of the vintage BMX websites, you'll see that the Redline RL22 from the 80s, they fetch a pretty good price. Let's see. Let me climb up here. Give me just a second. Now, right here is the mouse damage that I found yesterday that I did not realize was here. So there's been a little bit of water intrusion. It looks like it hasn't been there for all that long, but that's the hole that that I just found yesterday and was not aware of, and I just wanted to let you guys know that's additional to what was listed in the ad. You can see that the rest of the wall and the ceiling is good. So we're going to pass you along. This is over the door. Looks like there's a bird nest right there. The garage